Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be modeling a battery, and this whole playlist is going to be about making an animation of a charging battery. So let's begin. Delete the default cube, Shift A, Mesh, and add in a cylinder. Rotate the cylinder by pressing R on your keyboard, Y to constrain it to the Y axis, and 90 degrees. Press 1 on your numpad or keyboard in case of a laptop, and you'll have the front orthographic view. Now scale the cylinder along the x-axis, about that 1.5, 1.6 would be pretty good. Next, tab into edit mode. Tab is the shortcut key to shift in and out of the edit mode. Tab to edit mode. Now select the face over here, I to inset. You can give the value of 0.75 for the inset, then extrude it along the x-axis. That's pretty good. Now next we'll be adding a bevel modifier. Bevel. So the bevel adds loop cuts along the edges. So if you see here, there's just one loop cut. Loop cut is nothing but an edge. It adds more edges and vertices. So the more vertices you have, the more mesh data is there. So right now I'll not be adding this in because it's unnecessary. I'll be just using the bevel modifier to uniformly add loop cuts along the edges of the mesh. I'll be adding 5 segments. Next, add a subdivision surface. Subdivision surface once again gives it loop cuts but makes it more smooth in the Catmull-Clark option. The simple one doesn't give this smoothened version. It actually just adds the mesh and makes it look a bit more dense. One thing to note about modifiers is that modifiers are not destructive. So anything that you add in the modifiers tab can be deleted very easily. You do not have to steps back using the Control Z or Control Y. Next, we'll be adding the surface used for the emission. So first will be a plane. So 7 to top orthographic view. Scale it along the X to make it so that it just fits right within the cylinder. I'm pressing Control and Shift as well. Control snaps it to the grid, and Shift makes the increment smaller. So 1.55 would be pretty good, I guess. And similarly, scale it along the Y as well, around that. Yeah, looks good. Now we'll be adding in a circle. Shift Z to go into wireframe mode and move the circle to there. Rotate it by 90 degrees. Next, tab into edit mode. Shift Z to come out of wireframe and then tab into edit mode. Now F to fill this face of the circle. So previously there wasn't any face. So if I were to try to select the face, right now this is face select mode, this is vertex and this is edge. So if I were to try to select the face, there isn't any face, so it wouldn't get selected. Clicking on vertex select, there are vertices, so I can select them. Same with edges, the edges also I can select them. So but the face aren't there. So what I'll be doing is clicking on the edge select or vertex select mode and pressing Alt on your keyboard, click on one of the edges. Same works with the vertices as well. So then F to fill. Tab back out of edit mode. Now might want to scale this slightly down about that. it's a good time to save the file now. You can just go to File, Save. If you haven't saved, the Save As menu will open up and give a name to your file and save it to wherever. Now go into Face Select mode, pressing Alt on your keyboard and click on this side of the cylinder. This will select all the faces along this Y plane. Now Shift D to duplicate and right click to just leave it like that. P to separate the selection, and we'll be just separating it by selection. And now tab back out of edit mode, click on the duplicated cylinder and delete the modifiers we have for it. Next, scale this cylinder to fit right inside the first cylinder we had, just about there, and that's good. And maybe for the scene we'll just add in a mesh plane, constrain it around the z-axis after pressing G, and control to snap it onto the grid. Scale it by about there, so S, and just scale it. It will scale it along all the axes, and since it's a plane it wouldn't scale along the z-axis. Next, we'll just tab into edit mode, edge select, and select these two corner vertices. E to extrude and pull it around 5 maybe. Okay, that's too much. 2.5. Okay, let's go with 3. Yeah, looks good. Now scale the object on the whole just around 1.5 times maybe. Just, 2. Yeah, that looks good. Now if you want, you can just adjust the positioning of your battery object. For now we'll just leave it at this. Right. Next video will be shading the materials onto it. That's it for this tutorial. Thank you.